great to meet you. Where are you located?
I'm in Cleveland right now. So Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, we're chasing you pretty hard. The Royals are. I'm in Kansas
Yep,
City, so
right.
yeah. But are you a baseball fan?
I was when I was younger.
Yeah,
As I've gotten older, I really don't follow much pro sports. I will catch scores, things like that. That's about it.
yeah,
I still like college, but even that's starting to, I don't know, the transfer portal, things like that. I'm more of a football guy, and that
yeah,
that really, it, I like tradition.
yeah.
And I don't mind when traditions are broken sometimes, but it's a little too much for me. So,
It's a lot.
but
I
it
agree.
is, it
Yeah,
is.
it's a
I'll
lot.
still watch. I still enjoy having a game on, maybe I'm cooking out or something like that and have it in the background and just, watch it and things. But yeah, it's not what it used to be.
No,
So
it's not.
maybe I'll start going to high school games.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for sure. Well, it's great to meet you. Thank you for taking a minute out. And I want to begin our conversation before we get
Sure.
into the myriad of things that you're involved with. 4 years ago,
Right.
we were trying to figure out this pandemic. How did you get through that time period and how did it change you?
Well, pandemic was very interesting. So I was still working a job through the pandemic. My background's actually as a scientist. My PhD's in engineering, and I was still very active at that time. I was really just managing efforts, writing proposals, analyzing data, data mining, that sort. And our contracts actually ran out of money, and so that was really the end of employment. So I had to go forward with just whatever I wanted to do. And so I thought about it and I think, what, I have the luxury to try and maybe bridge that gap and go more into, investing. And at that time, I, had some experience with that. I was already very much involved in real estate and I was interested in stocks and options and whatnot. And so that's kind of where I had the time to really just apply it to investing was when I stopped working during the pandemic, and it worked out well. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
So fast forward, and things have really shaped out well, and the markets help too. I know a lot of people are down on the market, but if you were into real estate, obviously before all that appreciation hit and before interest rates really affected rental rates, then you got in at a really good basis and you saw your property go up in value and you saw your rental income go up. And so for me, that part's actually been good. I don't like it long term,
Yeah.
but I like it, for now and what it did to my portfolio. So,
So if you were in front of a bunch of third grade students, it's career day, and one of the kids asks, "Hey, what do you do for a
mhm.
living?" How do you answer them?
I've given different answers to that, but the reality is I'm a full-time investor. That's what I do now. I come to it from a scientific and math background. And so I would tell them, pay attention to math and make sure you read a lot.
There you go.
Those are the two skills that if you are good at those two, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Those are the languages of pretty much everything else, right? If you can read, then you can do anything in the liberal arts area if you're interested in that. And if you're good at math, you're going to be good with finance, accounting, science, right? The language of science is math. And so if you're good at those two areas, you can do anything. So
Yeah.
what is it that I do now? I'm a full-time investor, and it's because of having that strong foundation in math and I love to read, so that kind of checks that box too.
So what did you want to be in the third grade?
Well, probably about 20 different things. I'm sure
Yeah.
it changed weekly. I know I wanted to be a medical doctor at one point.
Yeah.
For quite a while. And I guess I did want to actually own a business. To me that seemed like it would be something that you would work hard at, and by business I mean like a restaurant or something like that.
Yeah.
But it seemed like at that time that you're providing a product, you're making money, and it might be a way to actually get rich. That's what I thought at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. That's what it
And
appears. Yeah.
yeah, so third grade was really about that, I guess, for working. I didn't have much of an idea.
Yeah.
and I like that. You get to be in the third grade once. You're a
Yeah.
kid. You're supposed to have fun, and I think it's better to just be a kid.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad I didn't have an idea. I was kind of clueless.
Yeah.
I was more
Absolutely.
happy to go throw rocks.
Yeah. Me too. I still am. So let me ask you this.
Secretly, I like throwing rocks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. If you get a whole bunch of guys by a pond or by a lake, we're just throwing things in
Oh
there. It's
yeah, I'm
natural.
45. I'm throwing rocks.
That's
It might hurt
right.
a little bit, my shoulder, but I'm still doing
Right. It's still gonna happen.
it.
So
It's
who's
gonna
been kind of
happen.
yes, who's been kind of a hero or role model for you in your life?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So there have been, I guess, different phases of life. You meet different people and they kind of come and go, but every phase there's always somebody that you look at and you think, man, this guy really has it figured out, is really doing, what he should do. When I was younger, by younger, I'd actually have to say my father. My dad, he didn't go to college, but he very, very smart. And it used to amaze me how he would just figure things out, build anything, no direction. Or I just, I'm going to build a deck today. Go out, build a deck, and not have extra material. Like it's just all in his head. He's very smart and he can work on anything. So when I was younger, yeah, my father. As I got older, it shifted to different people. I had a boss. One of my first jobs, I was actually at a Dairy Queen. He owned it, and it was a franchise. But he was an older gentleman. He was a veteran out of the Korean War, but super nice guy, very involved with the community, and just I don't know if anybody could have been happier than him and more content with themselves than him. And he was always very good to me. So I really looked up to him. I used to go to his house and tend his garden because he couldn't do it. I painted his house. I did all kinds of stuff. He would make steak and eggs, or I'm sorry, steak and potatoes and things like that for lunch for me and be like, hey, time to eat. So then I would, stop working in the garden, go eat a steak.
Nice.
At 18, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
16, 18 years old, that's a good way to go. And
Yeah.
then later on, I had an advisor and a mentor when I was in school, and they were very good. So one, his name was Jim Menard, and he's still at Wright State. And in my undergraduate, I had several courses with him, and easily the best lecturer I've ever seen. And I figured anybody that was that good, I want to study under him, and that's one of the main reasons why I did my PhD under him. And it was a great choice. A very nice man, very hard worker, very smart, learned a lot. And then during that time, there was another gentleman. He's now passed, but he was a mentor figure through the PhD program. His name was Joe Shang. And I could go on and on about him too. He was a very interesting individual, very smart. Um, his accolades are, let's just say he was very good.
Yeah.
And it was a blessing to have worked with him and learned from him. So those are the main ones. After that, it's really, I guess I haven't really looked at people so much. I've been looking more to myself and just trying to figure things out on my own at that point. But early on, those are really, I would say, the people that paved the road for me and the direction that I took.
In the realm of business, if you could meet one person out there that you find fascinating or that's done a stellar job, who would that be? Who would you love to meet and hang out with a little bit?
Warren Buffett.
Yeah. Yeah.
The man is sharp. He's actually pretty humble, at least comes off humble. He's lived in the same house for like twice as long as I've been alive or something like that, but he has a lot of insight. He seems more down to earth. He doesn't seem like somebody I'm going to get into a conversation with and he's going to boast a lot. It's a guy I think that obviously he's smart, but I think I could learn from him.
Yeah.
Like I think I would be able to, just kind of drop my reserve a little bit and just soak in what he says and really and enjoy the conversation. So without a doubt, Warren Buffett.
So what is the drive for you every day to get up to do the work that you do? What is that motivation to do a good job and to evolve as a person?
Always been a self-starter, but really to me, achieving things like that, and by achieving, it doesn't mean like, oh, now I have this or that. It's more like just finishing something. So starting something and finishing it. That's what motivates me. I like getting things done. I enjoy it. I like being busy. And so that's actually what gets me out of bed. It's more about, I have a whole 24 hours a day. What do I want to do?
Yeah.
And I'm an early riser and I like to get up early. I like to get my coffee and I like to learn. And so every day is just another day to learn something new and then try to apply it. So
So of
I'm
all
very,
of the thing, yeah. So of all of these things that you've done and accomplished and evolved into, what are you the proudest of?
I don't really feel that proud about any of it. That's probably not what you were expecting to hear, but
No, that's fine.
everybody looks at somebody and says, "Oh, wow, he's doing this. He must really be super thrilled with it." I did it because I wanted to, and I was, just happy to finish it and done it the right way, whatever it was. Maybe my PhD or later working or what have you. But it's not that I'm really proud of it. It's more I don't even think about it that way. It's more just happy to have had an opportunity to work on it and happy that I was able to finish it the way that makes me happy. And that's really it. I
Yeah.
don't If somebody was like, well, what are you proud of? Really nothing. I'm happy to still be alive. I'm happy to be healthy. Right.
Yeah.
Those are the things that I value.
So what's the best advice you've ever gotten?
Hmm. That's a good question. So many people offer advice these days. I tend to filter a lot of it out.
Yeah.
But most of it, I see watching, YouTube or something like that, right? But really, yeah, and I'm gonna take one from of investing. I guess and it's nobody that I know, obviously, but Charlie Munger said, "You want to be rich? Figure out how to find $100,000 and then put it to work in the market." It's actually really good advice. It
Yeah.
sounds odd that I would pick that, but there you go.
Yeah.
As far as real advice, I don't know who said it, but just work hard at everything you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simple.
So
And
Scott,
that's
every
actually, oh, go
oh,
ahead.
oh no, no, you're good.
Oh no, I was just going to say, and so that's actually probably the best thing I would say advice wise, and I have no idea where I picked that up at.
Yeah.
Probably my dad.
Yeah. So everyone out there has a perception of you. There's all these people around, family, friends,
Mhm.
clients, colleagues, but you run the show. What's your perception of you? Who do you think you are?
Actually, my perception, I'm quiet. I like to read, I like to learn, and I really my perception would just be a quiet guy that just kind of rolls through life. And that's really, so if you were to see me, you probably wouldn't think too much because you wouldn't see me like talking or anything. You'd be like, "Oh, I'm friendly. You
Yeah.
say hi, I'll talk to you, but otherwise, I'm probably over here just reading a book."
Nice.
That would be my perception of me.
So if
No
anyone,
idea if that's accurate from other people's
well, that's a
standpoint.
thing. Yeah, as the
Yeah,
driving
you have
bus
no
behind it.
idea, so
Yeah. Yeah.
they might think, "Wow, this guy is strange" or something.
Oh
No, I
no,
don't
no.
know.
We all have our thing. So if anyone
Yeah.
wants to reach out, they want to learn more about you, any of the good business, where can they go?
Well, they can go to my website. There's a way to contact me there. There's an email that you can reach out to me. You can go, and I probably should actually say what my website is, huh?
Sure.
But it's scottastanfield.com, and that it's one that I set up for my book and for real estate. And the whole idea behind it is just to provide information so other people who want to get started can do something similar. Really, there's no way for me to monetize that other than selling a book. I don't really care about that. Just want to help people learn how to invest.
Yeah.
I already feel good about where I'm at that way. So the information there, it's accurate. It's actually what I do, and it's meant to be a road for other people if they want to travel that same path. And so
Excellent.
that's probably the best way to reach me is just go there, send me an email.
Okay.
I'm always in front of email and I always respond to people.
Okay.
So
Excellent. Scott, this has been wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your time. Keep doing the great work.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. That went a lot quicker than I thought. I'm glad that it was painless.
No, it was great. No, we got through it. I think we gave everybody a taste to get out there and to delve into some more. So no, you were wonderful. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. Thank you for your time. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate it.